Heidi ho there, friends and neighbors. Bobby here today. Hey folks, today I'm going to take you along with me as I fabricate a alternative locking system for this DeWalt toolbox, okay? A locking system for the top box and one for the bottom box as well. So come along with me, friends, and I'll show you how to get this done. Okay friends, hey, I've got this DeWalt top and bottom toolbox that I purchased at Home Depot a couple years ago. It was like on the Black Friday special, and I actually waited till it was over with. I got like another $50 off on this toolbox. Got this thing for like 650 bucks, top and bottom. Pretty nice toolbox. Two things I didn't like about it. I done a review about it here a while back, a year or two ago. The locking mechanism does not work very well. The locks actually just kept giving me trouble. And it's the lock itself, and it's also just the design of the mechanism. It's very cheaply built. But as far as everything else goes, like the drawers, it's got roller bearing drawers and everything. I'm very happy with the toolbox. It's a great toolbox, to take to it's great for a home garage scenario, or you can take it to a job as well. I mean, I had it at a job that I worked at a couple years ago. But I've decided I want to lock this thing, okay? So I've taken the factory locks out. I just throw them away. I tried researching to see if I could find some replacement locks, and I was having a hard trouble doing it. And I just got kind of frustrated. And I didn't try that hard because I knew the mechanism was messed up anyway. So I just decided, I already had an idea in my head of how I wanted to build an alternative mechanism. So let me show you what I'm doing here, guys, and I'll shut my mouth and just show you. Here's what I'm building for the top box, okay? And as you notice, I have cut a slot in between this post in between, okay? And there's an ear that is cut and bent, a tab here, and this will fit inside that little opening there, okay? I've got to do a little bit more polishing and everything on it here to make it right, to make it where it slips in like butter before I'm done. And the lid comes down, okay? And what I'm going to do is have it where this piece here bends right over. I've already cut it. I've cut me a nice little V in here, okay? Because I want a nice little tight bend. I'm going to bend this 90 degrees here in a little bit. And then I'll put a couple spot welds on the inside, and I'll drill a hole in the middle. And that's where a padlock will go, okay? And then there'll be another little piece that I'll actually fab to go right up here, and that'll be the locking mechanism for the top box. And with this in place, no one can open the drawers, okay? All right, drawers will be secure, and the lid will be secure as well. And we'll do the same thing on the bottom box, okay? So guys, I'm just gonna take you along with me. I'm not gonna do a whole lot of talking as I'm fabricating this, okay? But I'm just gonna put the phone up on a tripod and film some of the coverage of me doing this, okay? So you can kind of see how I do it and what it looks like when it's completed. Stay tuned. All right, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and put this bend on here. I'm just gonna simply clamp it in the box here, close to the spot where I 45'd it out. And I'm just gonna try to see if I can bend it by hand. Actually, that's a little hard to bend. I'm gonna actually waller it out just a little bit more. Guys, I could have bent that on over, forced it a little bit. But I want this angle here to be like a nice sharp 90 degrees. And I'm gonna come back in here and spot weld this, so I don't care if I weaken this any, because I'm gonna bring back the strength with a spot weld. Well, that might be enough to do it right there. Let's see what we got here. Oh yeah, it's a little easier there. It's looking nice. Get right down in here in the bend. I have to bring it back just a little bit though. Okay, here we go. Oh yeah, perfect. Back like this for here. Okay. As you can see, folks, I'm not quite at my 90 degree there, okay? So I need to actually whittle out a little bit more where I can complete my bend. All right, guys, I think I have got it. Let's take a look at it here right quick. Let's see what it looks like in the camera. As you can see, it looks like a pretty good 90 degree angle right there. And so does that, okay? That's actually looking really nice. I mean, even looking at it straight on there, that's exactly what I wanted. And since I've weakened the metal so much, okay, I'll come in here and just put a couple nice spot welds, maybe like one right here, one right here, and one right here in the middle. Okay, here's our bar in place. And we got it snug down in here. I've actually tapped it in. I'm still going to work on polishing where it goes in there nice and easy, but I just want it to go down as far as it can for fitting purposes. And what we're going to do now is we've got a piece of angle iron here. I don't know, this is 1 inch or 1 1/4 or whatever. This is the size that I think will work just fine. We're going to come in right behind here, okay, just like so. And let me go ahead and cut a piece about this size, just like so. Change to a sandpaper disc now. Let's go ahead and sand all this rough cutting up. All right, folks, we got our little piece in here in place right here, slides right in behind there. And now what I want to do is I'm just going to kind of eyeball this bracket. Make sure it looks pretty plumb. Not gonna worry about getting a level out because toolbox may not be level sitting on this concrete floor. Just gonna kind of eyeball it right there, okay? That looks pretty good from where I stand. And now, but this little piece here looks a little, like my angle ain't exactly perfect on both sides. Folks, you know me, I gotta try to make this perfect, okay? Well, that looks pretty good. We'll leave a little gap there, that'd be okay. Because we need to have a little gap just for play anyway, purposes. I've got a pencil that I just sharpened. Let me tell you something about this pencil, friends, okay? Look at this pencil right here. It is a trusty brand pencil made in the United States, and you know this pencil is probably 30 years old. I got a pack of these pencils in my house that my mama bought me when I was a kid going through school. My brother, his name is Rusty, and he used to take and scrape the T off of these pencils to where it would say Rusty. That's how he knew it was his pencil, okay? And I'm telling you, friends, this is for real. If anybody else has any of these trusty pencils out there, let me know. If they still make them, let me know, because I don't think they do. Anyway, let's get back to the project here. All right, now it's time to actually drill some holes, and we're going to mount that little piece to the lid of the toolbox. Okay, folks, before we drill the holes, I had to go find what bolts I wanted to use. I actually had some stuff here. We're going to use some 1/4 inch drive stuff with a tapered bevel head on it, like that right there. And we'll drill, and then we'll chamfer to where these heads of these screws fit flush, where it won't stick out. And we got some lock washers and some flat washers to go through the lid. So let me go get the drill, and we'll get these holes drilled. All right, I'm just going to take my Sharpie here. I'm just going to kind of randomly mark where I want these holes to be. Not going to really measure or anything. Just put 2 of them in here, about that far apart, and right here on both sides. going to start this one too, and then we'll dab a little bit of oil on here. Alrighty. Friends, anytime you're drilling, it's going to make life a little easier and save you drill bits if you add a little oil. And another tip is to drill slowly. Slowly is always better. A little bit of shop vac action here, folks. Okay, now with these drilled in here, I actually went back and got a one size bigger drill bit because the 1/4 inch was just a little too tight. So I ran that back through it and cleaned it up. We're gonna take our biggest bit that we have, 1/2 inch drill bit here, okay? And we're gonna put a chamfer on here. And we're gonna try to get it chamfered out to where we can get that head to recess, okay? We don't wanna drill all the way through. Let's see what that's looking like. It's not quite there, but I'm gonna work on it a little bit more. All right, we went back in with the drill bit. We just picked like one a little bit smaller, like a 3/8 size or so. And I actually kind of bellowed it out a little bit more in the middle because it's hanging on the shoulder right there. So now I think we actually got it pretty doggone close. I'm happy with that. It's gonna be good. It's definitely gonna be good enough right there. Alrighty, back over here at the box. We're gonna go and pull this out of the way. We don't need this anymore right now. Lay it down, and then we're gonna take our trusty rusty pencil and we're gonna stick it right up here on this lid like we had it here. Let's see, does that look nice and level? Yeah, I think it does. It looks really nice right there. We're just going by our pencil marks from earlier. Thinks it's a little crooked. And we're going to mark our holes here, and then we're going to come in here and drill and install. Alrighty, let's drill a hole here. I've actually got a smaller than 1/4 inch bit here, and I'm just going to cut me a little hole in here. I'm not even using a center punch. I should be able to, hopefully. Oh, yes, we are through. Okay, now let's go get that other correct size drill bit and we'll drill it and bolt it in place. Now we have the correct size of drill bit. Let's go ahead and drill the hole. Ooh, ooh, that's nice. Oh, good gravy. A sharp bit. There's nothing behind there that doesn't need a drill bit run through it. Oh, there we go. Okay, there we go. Alrighty, now a little burr right there. I don't like that. Let's get him off of there. See if we get him to come off of there. Don't need nothing keeping our piece from going all the way in. Alrighty, time to see if it fits. So we got our bolts here. See there how they're fitting nice and flush. They're pretty doggone close. They're close enough for government work. So anyway, stick them in the holes. Oh, that looks really good. Let me see if they'll stay there for a minute. Now we have our lock washers, flat washers, and 2 nuts. So let's see if I can lift it up and bolt it in place. Alrighty, I don't know if you can see what I'm doing here, but we're going to try. Let's get a flat washer, lock washer, and a nut. Let's go ahead and put it on this one. Hey guys, I'm putting this together right now just to make sure everything fits. I'll be pulling it all back apart to actually paint these pieces. I will probably paint it all black. So I doubt I probably won't have good luck finding a yellow that will actually match this yellow. So I'll probably just paint it black. So let me go get a wrench and a screwdriver, and I'll snug this down. All right, let's see how this fits, okay? All right, so we're gonna stick this in right down here like so. And we still gotta work on that, make sure that's nice, but oh, it's already there. Dude, it's already there. Look at there. So friends, what we're gonna do now, I'm gonna push this in. I'm gonna clamp it with a pair of vice grips, okay? And I'm gonna drill me a hole right down through here, and that's where the padlock's gonna go, okay? Guys, I gotta tell you, I'm just having so much fun. Let me show you one thing. Notice the way I designed this, okay? The screws are hidden by this, okay? So no one can come by and take a screwdriver or something and pull your locking mechanism off of here, okay? Now, if they really want to break in, they're gonna break in. There's no lock that's gonna stop a thief that refuses to not get in. This is all meant as a deterrent, okay? So we take our vice grips and we have locked it in place there. We got that nice and flushed up really good. I like it. And we are getting ready to go grab the drill, and we're gonna drill a hole. Quite the shoulder workout. Guys, I'm gonna go ahead and pull this thing apart. I'm still not through that yet. I think I'm through this piece. Oh yeah. See, I've definitely cut into it. So now I'm gonna pull both these pieces off of here, go over here to the vise where I can get a little bit more leverage, get these things drilled out. Okay folks, I got the top piece here completed. I had to go put the phone on the charger for a little bit. I went ahead and drilled that hole. I found one of these locks like you use on storage bins and stuff. I've actually got 2 of them. I got this one here, had to go hunt for the key for it, and then I got a brand new one still in the package. So there's our top one, and then we're getting ready to get started on the bottom bar, and then we'll be done. Okay, we have our piece of flat bar over here in the vise, getting ready to make our bottom bar here. I wanted to kind of show you, because I don't know if I actually showed you in too much detail how I made this upper one here. As you can see, I cut a little slit in the middle of it and bent that little tab, put a little hook on it so it actually slides in there. You can't pull it straight out. You know, you got to be able to lift it up if you're going to pull it out. You're not going to bend it unless you're really prying it with a pry bar trying to get into it. But we're going to simulate the same thing right here on this piece, and I'll take you through, take you along with me, guys, and let's get her done. Okay, what I'm doing now, I'm just going to go ahead and lay it up on here, flush it up, and take a pencil and mark this sucker. And then I remember that I believe it was 1 inch away was where I was at. I want to go past here 1 inch, so let me mark that. I think that's exactly what I did here. Yep, 1 inch, okay. So I'm gonna mark 1 inch on here, and then we'll square it up, and that'll be our other line here that we go by. So let me mark this. And I'm gonna have to pull it out of here to square it up good. Hang on just a minute, friends. Alrighty, bring you right over here. That little mark I made, I want to square that up like so. Let's see if I can hold this and square these lines as well. And then we'll get our cutting wheel out and we'll start cutting. Alright, let's get her done. Okay, now that we've got that marked off, what we're going to do is take our cutoff wheel and we're going to cut a line all the way up to our 1-inch line on both sides, and then we'll flip it over and make sure we complete the cut all the way up to the 1-inch line. So let's get started. Alright, I'm going to flip it over and complete those cuts. Now with the sanding disc on here, let's clean this up, radius up everything good. Flip this over and do the same thing to this side. Okay, I'm going to show you how we bend that little hook here, okay? First thing I'm going to do is actually just lay this piece of metal right down here on my workbench. I'm going to take a punch here, and I'm just going to kind of bend this on around, okay? So we'll just smack it a time or two. And I want to bend it. I'm going to make this fold as close to that line as I can. That's why I'm using this punch here. Alright, I think that's good enough right there. Okay. As you can see, I'll hold it up here where you can look at it. We have a nice little bend on our tab right there. Okay. So now we're going to actually put a little fold and bend it back the other way, and I'll show you how we do that. So I think we got it about the angle that we want. What I want to do, I have this piece of flat bar right here, and this stuff here is only about 1/8 of an inch thick. And what I'm going to do is wedge a piece down in here. I don't know. Let's see. Let me turn the camera a little bit this way. First thing I'm going to do, I don't know if you can see what I'm doing or not. Yep, you can. I'm going to hold it right here, and I'm going to just tap this with a hammer. And that might actually help bend our little tab a little bit further, okay? Now, what I want to do, I believe that's exactly what I want right there. Okay, now, what I've got to do, let me move the camera and I'll show you the next step. Okay, now, with that piece right there laying in such a fashion, okay, here's a little tap one more time. We're going to take the hammer and smack it until that ear lays flat on top of that piece of iron. So friends, as you can see, now this piece here has the little hook on it, just like the other piece, okay? So friends, that's how I did that. Now let's go over here and we'll go ahead and drill the slot into the toolbox, and we will play around with this little hook. We might have to tweak it a little bit to get it to fit, and so we can move on with the progress. Okay guys, hey, I'm down here at the bottom of the toolbox. I've got my Sharpie, and what I'm going to do is I'm actually just going to eyeball this, okay? I think I know about where I want to go. I can't get behind here, so I know it's at least double walled right here, which is good. I just don't want it to be like triple walled, I hope. I don't know what I'm going to find behind here, but we're going to put a mark here. And then I'm just going to kind of eyeball this, the width that I think it needs to be. Alright folks, I'm going to go ahead and drill in here and see what I find in behind here. Here we go. Well, that's nice, I like that, okay. Just a nice thick piece of metal. Nothing behind it like we had a problem with up top, but we worked around it. Alright, sweet! Okay, let's see if we can cut this out here, guys. I'm going to have to lay down here on the ground. Ugh. Got a little Dremel tool here. We're going to use that today. Alright guys, I think that's about as far as that tool's going to take us there. Let me get a pair of needle nose and I'll rip out the rest of it. And then we'll put a little stone on there and clean it up. Get right there, I think, yep, there we go. That's all we were doing. Now I'll take a little stone on the Dremel and we'll clean up all those rough edges. Okay guys, one thing I learned from the top, take a big straight blade screwdriver and we'll just do a little tweak on it. That's going to help a little bit. I got a little powder coat chip down here. It's no big deal. I'm just going to go and take it off. No big deal. I'm not worried about it. We give a little bit of tweak right here to kind of shape the metal a little bit. And let's see if we can get it to fit now. If not, we might have to bend the tab on this just a little bit. Might have it bent a little too much, which I think I do. No, actually, there we go. She's fitting perfectly right there. Okay, so there you go, guys. There's our little piece. Seems to be fitting pretty good. And now, all we have to do is do exactly what we did on the top piece, okay? Guys, this video is going to get extremely long if I continue showing you doing the cut and the bend and all that up here. But we're basically going to do the same thing that we done up top. We're going to cut a piece of angle. We're going to drill, bevel the holes, countersink it, bolt it up here. We're going to cut this to correct length. We're going to bend it 90 degrees. We're going to cut our little slot in there and weaken the metal and to where we put a nice little 90-degree bend on it. And that's what we're going to do until we get it completed here. So I'm going to bring you back here at the very end and we'll show you what it looks like when it's done. Alright friends, hey, we're complete here with this little project today. It took a little longer than I anticipated, but I wanted to do it right. And I think it looks pretty cool. We're going to, I'm glad I found those two locks. I didn't even realize I had those. I thought I was going to have to go out and buy brand new padlocks. But I think these, I call them storage bin locks is what I call them, because it seems like if you've ever had a storage bin or been into a place like that, they have these locks on everything, because these type of locks are harder to cut with a pair of cutters, you know. But anyway, I think they look pretty cool on there. So guys, there we go. There is an alternative way to locking your DeWalt toolbox. If you have one of these toolboxes, I'm sure you have locking issues. Please leave a comment down below and tell me all about it. I would love to hear your story as well. And hopefully this idea that I come up with can help many, many people out there that have these toolboxes, okay? So there you go, guys. Thank you for watching the video today. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and we will see you next time. If you're a new subscriber, welcome. We're so glad you're here with us, and we hope you enjoy our content that we provide. We will always be making videos as long as YouTube will allow me to have this channel. So have a great day, friends. It looks like it's getting dark outside now, as you can see. I got to slide my little workbench in here and clean up, and I'm going to vacuum up any metal shavings that's out here in our driveway, because we play basketball out here, and I don't want me or my son to either one get a sliver of metal in our hand that the basketball picks up. So friends, thanks again for watching the video. We will see you next time. Take care.